Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Rocks here, back again with another video, and in today's video, as you can see, I am wearing the Keaton Batsuit. Why am I wearing the Keaton Batsuit today for this video? Well, it's because I am doing a 5-part video of a retrospect of the Batman motion picture anthology. So, like, you know, the Batman films of 1989, starting with Tim Burton's Batman, and end with 1987's Joel Schumacher's Batman Forever. So, without being said, this is part 1 of my Batman film retrospect, which starts off with Tim Burton's Batman. Now, of course, yeah, I'm gonna get into aspects of everything. I'm not just getting into like plot and everything for these retrospects. So these are the rules of my retrospects of like film trilogies and stuff like that. So 1, I don't go into plot. You can go into like Wikipedia page to find out plot and stuff. 2, I'll go into like information about like facts, behind the scenes stuff and stuff. 3, I'll get into like controversy surrounding these movies and stuff. 4, references and Easter eggs. 5, you know, just, you know, confusing parts. And 6, continuity errors. But now with the rules out of the way, I'm now gonna get into about, you know, the 89 Batman film. So the aspect or side of how Batman's written, like, he's just perfect. Like, Keaton is the best live-action Batman, like, full on. Like, he did a perfect Bruce Wayne, like, he did a good Batman. But, you know, a lot of people say, oh, who is the best Batman of all time? Like, I say Kevin Conroy. Always will be Kevin Conroy, since I grew up with Conroy's interpretation of the character. But if someone told me who is the best Batman of all time in live-action, I'd say Michael Keaton. So, yeah, like, and like, yeah, like, from that, the Joker is written beside, and all the other characters, because, like, I like how just, you know, it took, you know, each and every single time for Sam Hamm to write it all, to make the characters be more like, not their comic book accurate selves, but be like, what would they be like in real life? And yeah, but yeah, but yeah, and the thing is, there's so many good things about this movie, but there's mostly some bad things about it. Now, of course, some behind-the-scenes facts. Jack Nicholson's Joker wasn't gonna wear purple. He was gonna wear like a more light pink purple, you know, like the 60s Batman show. I just didn't like it because it basically would feel like Cesar Romero meets a PG-13 movie. But yeah. And, yeah, like, but now, we're gonna get into a controversy surrounding the movie. Yes, there was a controversy surrounding this movie, not from parents or anyone, but from big Batman fans like me, and some of the crew behind the film. So if you haven't seen the movie, spoiler alert, well, I guess, well, I mean, not spoiler alert, I mean, it's 34 years old, but yeah, it is revealed that, the Joker is the one who killed Thomas and Martha Wayne, not Joe Chill, and Batman kills him. Now, this was very controversial at the time, since it was 1989, since, you know, this was the first ever Batman movie to change Bruce's origin, you know, keep it the same and all that, but, you know, change, you know, the story with a twist of the gunman not being Joe Chill. And yeah, and I think, you know, superhero stuff you should know YouTube channel. Haven't talked about why this was controversial, so that's why I'm talking about now. So, You know, if you want to comment to superhero stuff you know about, this being controversial, just let them know, and then yeah, because they need to clear up the facts that they forgot that yes, the first Batman film did have a lot of controversial stuff about, changing Bruce's origin in this film. But like, yeah. The thing is, yeah, like, there were some good things about it. I like how, with the idea that one of the members of Batman's Rogues Gallery is the gunman who killed his parents. But I just didn't like it when they chose the Joker for that idea. I mean, you could have just done someone else, like the Penguin, or anyone. But you chose the Joker, and the reason why they chose the Joker is because, because he was the main villain in Batman's Rogues Gallery. He was the main one. He was a popular villain in Batman's Rogues Gallery. And yeah, and Burton also done it because he wanted to explain why Batman and the Joker are arch enemies. And he did plan it in the 1985 treatment, well, the 1985 draft, which ended up becoming the Nerverse that he pronounced the channel name, Nerverse Creatives audio drama called Batman 85. Which it's really cool. It's done so perfectly. I just want to say that jeez, Joker.
Guns. It's like an evil clown was
God.
whispering in your ear as you drew up the designs.
You literally just said that just as I was mentioning about the controversy surrounding, that, change of Bruce's origin in the 89 film. But yeah, the thing is, yeah, Sam Hamm didn't like the idea of, that, like, he did like the idea, of course, of, one of the members of Batman's Rogues Gallery being the gunman who killed his parents, but he didn't like it being the Joker after the idea was made. And some people agreed with Hamm, some people agreed with Burton. But in the end, it was kept. And Bob Kane, the creator of Batman, said that, like, a long time ago, he should have made it be the Joker. When he first, created Batman, he should have, made it be the Joker in a few stories. So basically, yeah, if it wasn't Joe Chill. And I mean, that'd actually be a cool fanfic to follow and see. Like, what if Detective Comics number 33 revealed the Joker was the killer of Thomas and Martha Wayne? But yeah, and it actually sounds brilliant. But yeah, this was controversial at the time, whether or not that should stay. And I know a lot of people was going to say to me, well, I mean, I see why, superhero stuff you should know decided not to add it into their videos about it still. But I think they need to update the whole Many Killers of the Waynes video, because they really need to mention this. That's the issue with that video. I do like superhero stuff you should know. I love their channel and everything. I love their podcast. But I'm just saying that they really need to update it. I mean, I know, like, I'm trying to be like the Watchtower Database. Just don't tell the Watchtower Database I said that. But yeah, that, and without, the 89 film, we would have no DCA, would have no Kevin Conroy, no Batman the Animated Series. And to be fair, Watchtower Database would probably agree with me with that part. But yeah,
Sorry, man. I gotta link up with
the point is, yeah, that is that. Now, Now I'm going to get into Batman Returns. Part 2 would be on about, the controversies around Batman Returns, like the full story of that. But, yeah, Danny DeVito and Michelle Pfeiffer are just perfect in Batman Returns. Christopher Walken, I mean, come on. Christopher Walken, brilliant. I don't know why Max Schreck wasn't in the comics, why he didn't get introduced in the main DC universe. There's so many reasons, but let me know in the comments down below why you think Max Schreck never appeared in the comics after he debuted in Batman Returns, because there's so many theories to explain that, and it's just never really explained. I hope in the future DC writers are going to add him into the comics. I just hope. But yeah, the short story of the controversy. Group of parents didn't receive Batman Returns so well due to it being dark and the disgusting look of the Danny DeVito Penguin. But like I've said in the second part, I will go into a full story of the controversy. So expect to see, a bit controversy parts of these films, because the studio had so many controversial opinions on these films. But yeah, and I don't want to be too honest about it. But I mean, I get it why parents didn't like Batman Returns. I get it. It was too dark, it was PG-13. Yeah, when the first film came out, you took your kids to see that. A PG-13 film. Where Jack Nicholson plays an insane clown and gets grappled to death by Batman from his leg and pulled and fall to his death from a cathedral.
Batman must be desperate.
Also, fun fact, in the TV cut of the 89 film, well, the film aired on TV, the Joker's death was completely different. So in the actual film, Batman grapples the Joker's leg and pulls it, and then the Joker falls. Well, in the original version, as the Joker goes, "You wouldn't know a guy with glasses, how would you?" And Batman punches him. Well, that was where he was just gonna die, like it was just gonna be like that. Some people expect that this is probably from a quote-unquote director's cut, according to some people. But I wouldn't be surprised if there is a Burton cut out there for the 89 film. I've seen fan-made cuts for it. There was one called Batman 1989, the alternate cut. But yeah, I'm not going to get in those cuts because they're a controversial part within the whole, well, basically to all Burton fans, not, to big Batman fans like me, but it's basically to all Burton fans, it's controversial, these fan-made cuts of the 89 film. And Batman Returns, well, I mean, I know they had one deleted character, which at the time, it was very controversial to delete. It was Robin. He was going to be the 89 film, but they had to delete him because, the film would have been more controversial with that because, Robin was killed at that time in the comics in the 80s, Jason Todd. So I think that's why they decided to not add him in and wanted to add him in Batman Returns. But then they didn't have time to add Robin in, so they would leave him for Burton's Batman Continues, which I heard the title is fake, and that although it was Burton's, planned one, he was just gonna keep it as what Schumacher planned it as, Batman Forever. I don't know if that really is true, but let me know in the comments, and let me know if you guys want to see more of these Batman film retrospects for any game or anything. Let me know what I should review next, and yeah, see you guys in the next episode about the Batman Returns controversy surrounded by parents and McDonald's. See you guys.